CPU random?
Yeah.
Of course, all alliances is like allowed with CPU.
What did you say, sorry, Anka?
That it is allowed to ally CPU, and there is like no rule of destroying them prematurely.
Yeah, man, I'm just trying to play a game.
Because I heard something like that, and it makes no much sense to me.
I'm not too bothered about tons of restrictions, like really, unless it's something that like benefits us all, you know. It's or people want to, you know. You want to play a game with restrictions. That's fun sometimes. Well, humans don't start with too bad starts, do they? Quite uncommon. Normally, I'm like looking at a really shit set of starts. This map's full of water, so pardon me. Two of those and two. That'll do.
These are some weird spheres I got. And I don't know if there are elemental nodes. What do I do? Let's...
you talking to me or yourself? Are you talking?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I should imagine.
I was just coughing.
Okay, it's because I didn't have the headset set on, so I was like, oh, maybe she's talking to me. I felt bad. Oh. Take a few turns to get there. No fun. Never mind, that Dark Elf Night card looks pretty cool. I do like Elf Spearman though, that's pretty cool. It makes me very happy to see the Dark Elves have a Spearman because, yeah, like I said, I'm not into a lot of fantasy stuff, but Warhammer, I had a lot of love for the ideas in that, like ranks and ranks of Spearmen and stuff like that. It's really cool. I always thought it really fit elves quite a lot. Who proposed peace to you? Was it the computer? Or was it the computer making peace? I wonder. Oh, well, it looks like we're going to use frogs. What happens here? Working. Best strong race relations hostile. I always forget about the fucking relations involved. Yeah, that sucks. Oh well. But I could try that city there, that might be a better idea. It's a shame, I really wanted to use some Dark Elf units, but I should have went goblins, that's my own fault. Didn't want to be goblins, so I put up with it. So those ones don't carry anybody either, so it's just the transport ships and galleys? Right? No, even the galleons don't. I mean, I understand you want to balance the game, but why don't galleons have transport? They're a fucking huge ship. They can carry people. That makes no sense. But, you know, I'm not going to complain too much about it.
I mean, you need what is the word for ship's garrison? Like in English, you know, the residence of the ship.
Yeah.
What is the term for it?
Oh, the crew.
Crew, yeah, thank you. Like you want
Sorry.
to have a crew which is like fully employed in like military ship functioned.
Yeah, that's cool.
English.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, so there is like no room for other units for transport.
Yeah.
Because it's like entire crew is operating the ship.
I suppose, but what about the galley? You could have had one of the bigger ships with
And
some
it's
transport
also
on it.
bad design because if you have ship like with transport, then you can't stack them because they all have transport. So your water stack is vulnerable to water army because if there is like one, let's say lizard army, which
one
goes
ship,
after
I
your
get it.
army, it will easily sink it because your other units can't swim. While in this mechanic, when you have transport ship, you can stack galleons in your naval's army. So it actually increases defensive capability.
I do understand the plus points to it. You know what I mean? I guess for me, I understand the plus points. I guess for me, it's just like I'm used to the way things are. You know. Stubborn, I think is the word I'm looking for. Stubborn.
Nothing is how I am used to it in here.
Yeah, it's an absolute
like I came from Blindfold. It's like cultural shock.
Cultural shock.
At least have some magic or something.
It will be a fucking shock if you spend the next 2 years listening to them two bicker like old women. Jesus. I was on the phone to Bing before this morning. I was talking to him in voice. Told him how funny it fucking was. But you know, it's a whole other drama, isn't it? Okay then, I'll. It's funny though. It's kind of useful you told me that because I'm halfway through making a map where the entire surface is pretty much water, and I was trying to think of ways that I could force people to not just rely on units. So my conclusions originally were to like start the cities raised, so it keeps people on the island they're already on for a few turns. You know, you can't just rush off because you're going to need the income and stuff. And then afterwards, you've got to transverse the water. I was thinking about having the underground like not water. You know, just to give it a bit of a break up a bit. Underground sections are annoying to design though, I think.
Did you also make a level this turn?
No, next
Okay,
turn.
so
I
I
just
get
didn't
some
get enough
EXP
experience
from.
in that battle, I think.
Just wondering if I get some. I got 1 EXP experience for like level 1 unit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Should be the way. Not finished yet? No, it's not finished yet. Swap. Silent, but maybe I'm imagining that too. And some clouds. I should have used my brain and picked fire. Because I've got a fire node here. Well. Oh, I can't remember what thickness string that is. I think it's a 56. I think it's a 56. Liam's played a couple of Deftones songs and their tuning was kind of like, it's detuned, but not like loads, but enough that I need to put a heavier string on. For that one. Sure that's up there. Ding. Goblins are just fucking silly. Figured it was something like that. Let's just go in the Colosseum, look. I don't blame you. Fight shiz around on that island, I think. He caught me off guard, and I trapped his units with ice, and then he trapped me in that hex just next to that Earth Elemental. I ran out movement points and got killed. And then they just
Did it with arrows? Shit! Oh, Gara, no!
I think I've got to restart that.
I really want.
I literally got fucked over right at the start of that fight. The fucking stuns you bloody
If you feel
healer,
safe,
and
play
then
a guaranteed kill at the turn, but RNG fucks you anyway.
yeah, it does, man. I really hate the auto battle sometimes. I really do.
Are you hosting?
No. I hadn't exited the game yet. I'm not like a slow guy or anything. I'm quite sharp. It's just chilled out this time.
Okay, I'm hosting.
Me fucking yow.
Finally migrated, it only took a small century to do so.
Yeah, I think the auto combat makes the 8 stacks in the 3 tier cities quite annoying, especially early on in the game. Because I mean, I can go in there with 12 units and still get butchered by 8 orcs. It's hard work sometimes. I'm gonna try going in with a load of archers and see if that makes a difference. Maybe it will. Go away, goblins. Go away. You to produce and there. One to install. Yeah, right. Keep power distribution. Almost forgot. Yeah, I thought that wasn't tight enough. Be sharp. Yeah, but the invert's not too bad. Stretch. We do need to raise the action just a little bit. It's okay. Right. New turn, yeah. Thanks for declaring my goblins. Too kind. GG. That's what the problem is. It wasn't so much the sound I was having trouble with that loose string, it was more I was playing the stuff and because the string was so loose it was slipping off the edge of the guitar. Which is not the kind of problem you really expect to have, but fixed now. Did I knock that over like an idiot? What an idiot. Beep, beep. How did he get them? Did I not move them back onto the water or something?
well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, matter.
What do you think you're doing attacking my frog? That's war now. You don't just go attacking my frog. She stole me tower and all. Yeah, you want that fucking air node. Have fun with the elemental, mate. Enjoy that. It's all for you. That's why I didn't get it earlier. Bloody hate those things. They're a pest, like. We were playing, I think, a map called Margawon, which is a kind of a Zig one. And I really enjoy playing that one and using Earth Elementals, because it's got a huge overworld, so it comes in really handy. It's quite tedious waiting to produce an army to go and attack some indies. And the indies still might kill you. two level ups in a row, Amagdara, where I've got 0 points. Chosen can't help but fucking insult somebody every time he talks to them, even though I'm taking it pretty in jest, but because he's trolling me. But look at these guys, man.
I'm not paying very much attention to this.
Oh no, I just heard a bing from your notification, like a boom, so I just was looking at it while I was thinking about what to do next. Because he did respond to me, so I saw the little red number. Okay. Ooh, I'm building some ships. Oh. Do all those notifications not drive you crazy? It would drive me around the bend. Got any tea left? Oh, I've got tea left. Fucking hell. It's a good day if I've got tea left. Probably want to put that a bit closer. Of course, yeah, naturally. I'm also very disappointed you can't cast spells on ships. Mostly just for hate, you know. Although ships with free movement would also be quite funny. Make a meme mod or something. I say make. Like everybody else, just copy the mod that was made before and change it. You've had quite a good game so far, haven't you? With this one compared to you getting your ass kicked in that indie one the last time.
Yeah, I underestimated several factors. We played Planetfall lately, so I needed my wake-up call.
You got excited. It's like, I get like that sometimes. You're like, I gotta get that city now, you know.
Yeah, and then I realized things doesn't work that way.
Yeah, PBM can be slow because some days when I get like 5 or 6 PBMs in at once, I'll only play half of them because it can take too long for me to plan what I want to do and remember what I was doing. And
it would take more,
stuff.
but I have 15 active PBMs in Planetfall.
Jesus, you're as bad as fucking Bing. Bing plays like 4 different games via email. It's no wonder he's online all the fucking time. hell? No, sorry, they're all waiting on me just about to end turn. Just about. Yeah, I wasn't too sure whether I was coming home today because I was having food with my parents this afternoon and I hadn't really spent a lot of time with the cat the last couple of days. So, but when you asked, I was like, nah, if I sit here for an hour and watch mostly and sit with her, I won't feel so bad about it. I won't be able to spend as much time with her in a few weeks because my parents are going to go on a holiday. So I have to spend more time looking after the animals than usual, if that makes sense. So I'm a bit stuck. So I won't be able to spend as long with her, so I'm trying to give her as much attention as possible at the moment. But the good news is, like, when all that's over and they come back, I get to go to my own house, so the cat will be extra happy. What the AI is doing. Wow, that's a lot of drills you built there, Mr. Dwarf, and you're just sitting there and you sit with them? I like the fact there's dwarf crossbowmen. This is what I mean about some of the unit additions are nice because it kind of brings it quite like neatly together and ties off a little bow on the package without, you know, changing too much. I do mostly joke about like the anime tiddy references because I'm not really much of an anime guy. I've watched anime, like I do watch animes, you know what I mean, but I'm not a watcher of a lot of it. And the culture is a bit lost on me. Pokemon was like the most anime thing, like Power Rangers when I was a kid, so...
Power Ranger is not anime.
I know it's not anime, I'm saying it's the most Japanese thing I watched, if that makes sense.
I don't care these definitions at all. It's all just shows to me.
Yeah, man, I get you.
It
Like, I
feels
don't usually
so
label too much
superficial
stuff.
when I hear people talk about anime and stuff. It means nothing to me.
Yeah,
Just like when people talk about sci-fi theme or fantasy theme or which game is better and stuff. Meaningless.
Yeah, to some people it is. Like, some people care more about different types of information. Like Bing and Chosen are a good example. Like,
I think people identify with those cultures too much and it's cringe.
it can be. Yeah, I mean, for example, I think America's cool, right? And I've been there on a holiday and a couple of times, and I want to go back again because I've got a friend there to visit. But you know, I don't get so invested in everyone's culture. Like in Germany had its bad sides, you know, England has its bad sides, you know. Like the internet culture gets so, like you say, cringy. I think it's the best way to look at it. Stop training those units, or I'm gonna have to come and kick your ass. I've been trying to take this indie for ages. So yeah, the anime culture gets a bit lost on me. I went to Comic-Con with my dad because my dad likes like Marvel and stuff, and I wanted to spend a bit of time with him. So I went, you know, as you do, even if you don't want to go yourself.
I was on a few these anime festivals. But like I was mostly invested in Pokemon too, but I played the trading card game and I was a staff in the Pokemon trading card game workshops. There was also tournaments and competitive play.
I like card games, to be honest, Amigdara, a bit more than board games and stuff. Just don't ask me why, I just like them. But
I used to like them, but like I don't like board games. I like just turn-based strategy games on PC, particularly Age of Wonders. Like card game there is this meta which is like constantly evolving and it's in the hands of developer which like continues to sell you stuff, so there is fucking power creep and you have to buy new stuff and it's predatory and it's just not good. It's not good.
We used to just play with friends, like, you know, we didn't have any super rare cards or anything. Like, I had a deck from 2015, my friend had a deck from 2012, you know what I mean? And I always tried to find a way to beat his vampire deck, which was the most broken deck in the world, but, you know, it's just, that's Magic for you, or whatever, you know, Pokemon's not too dissimilar.
Yeah, Pokemon is not so good. There's basically so-called rotation. That means that every card can be only playable for 2 years. Then it's like bad because it's like new cards are released. So there's like format which like makes sure that people play and buy new cards, and not only that, also new cards are stronger than the old cards most of the time. Over like 20 years, it got so ridiculous that new cards like quadruple times stronger. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand,
So like
mate.
this is something that really set me off, and they're like still making, instead of making creative ways how to create new cards, they just create more powerful cards, and it's like it really sucks. Like I think that that game is like it's very desolate state.
No, I kind of agree because it gets a bit like what I like about all of that sort of stuff is like the artwork, the enjoyment of looking at the cards and like playing them and stuff like that and having a bit of fun. But once that gets lost for me, like it's, you know, with stuff like that, commercialism or anything like that. Like I played 3 Pokemon games and that was enough. You know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't mean they're not good. It just means that was enough for me to play that. You know, like I'm happy with that. And it's the same with cards and stuff like that. When it starts like, you know, where people are wanting to buy another set, if you're in one of those kinds of clubs, you know, where people meet up and they all want to play the official stuff. That's why I didn't like to play Warhammer in the shop for the same reason. Like certain stuff wouldn't be allowed. The boards would be small, so the games could be quick, which is great. But if you wanted a slightly longer or different shaped map to go over, then good luck. You know, so and you couldn't swear and all sorts of stuff like that. And there was kids. And my biggest issue being that it's like a small room filled with loads of sweaty guys, which is great, but you know,
no.
has
My
its
biggest
downsides too,
issue
right?
with the card game is still that it's extremely RNG dependent. Like yeah, you are improvising, but you have this strategy, and it's all the same. All the same.
I'm a
When I
fucking
play
hero,
Age of
you
Wonders,
twats.
when I play Age of Wonders, I can't just like I have this like symbolic deck of cards, but I need to always like play different game, and it's like a much longer, much more variety. Card game is just more simplistic, and it's just not enough to sustain me. I also play like Yu-Gi-Oh, which is like essentially a good game too, but it like became so fast that it's no longer enjoyable.
Yeah, I understand.
Like I abandoned card games pretty much. Like I still have my Yu-Gi-Oh deck and Pokemon decks and stuff, but Pokemon is rotated and Yu-Gi-Oh is like no events, and I have to. And the worst thing about it is that you have to go out to play that. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's alright, I know you're not kidding. See, it's not even like the going out that bothers me. I think for me, a lot of the time is I spent like 30 years of my life doing all that sort of stuff all the fucking time. So like when it got to this last year or two and I picked up the guitar again, I was like, right, I'm not going to give up on this like I did last time, and I'm going to go and do what I wanted to do when I was 18, you know what I mean? So, and that doesn't mean I want to live my youth, nothing like that. I just want to write music and have fun, so, you know, if that ends up being like in a band that gets to do some shows, that's great. If not, doesn't matter, you know? It's all about enjoyment.
Yes.
But yeah, I got out a lot of stuff like that for the same reason.
Like
I'm sick
when
of
I was a kid, I wanted to play Age of Wonders with someone.
Hmm.
Now I'm adult and I'm playing Age of Wonders multiplayer, so it's pretty good for me.
Yeah, no, I can't complain for the same reason, to be honest.
You know how desperate I was. I told you stories about these contracts and like hot seat dissociation. It was particularly Age of Wonders 2, which by a twist of irony is the only one I can't play.
Oh, you quiet chosen. Opened up Discord at the wrong time.
Oh my, what is he?
Oh, I know he's
doing
like
there?
he's just taking the piss again. He's just like, I guess I can't call you a casual
no.
anymore if you keep playing live games. You know when you know when you need to go give somebody a Batman slap, you know. But that's why I said to Bing what I did yesterday. I spoke to him mostly through private DM because I believe I don't know whether Bing's gonna take away the chosen castle, but you know.
By the way, your time is ticking.
Sorry, my friend. I should have pressed
It's
enter.
like you are aware that if there is a turn timer, so you make all your moves.
Yeah, I was finished.
Good.
I get talk. I don't get to talk to people very often. Like when I changed, I made a lot of life choice changes a few years ago. I'm Dara, so like the people that were still making choices that weren't healthy, I couldn't be around anymore. So I kind of lost a lot of like friendship, but I also pushed a lot of people away over the years as well because of my Asperger's and not understanding myself, stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to get to talk to people.
My elf city is unrest. Shit. I never
But-
considered the neutral city also have unrest.
Yeah, you gotta be
Is
careful with
this a
those
mod
ones.
thing? Is this default thing?
No, the neutral ones can be a little bit iffy because like mine says stable right now, right? And if I was to walk off it, there's a good chance it could go to unruly. You know what I mean? Because I'm
Actually,
in
you
the middle.
did. Like, it is not something that chosen one other there, is it?
Shouldn't no, that's a mechanic of the game normally, unless it's due to the way they've manipulated racer relations.
It's like
but
this is Age of Wonders one thing only, and it's like really disruptive. You need to pay attention to it. If you
Yeah.
play anything else, like you are not thinking about this, and that's a huge problem.
Yeah, it can be. I mean, you've got to remember it's a product of its time as well. Like the RPG games and strategy games of the late 80s were very much more like an RPG.
No, it's not my problem. The problem
No,
is
no,
that
no,
it's
it's not.
inconsistent.
Yeah, it's hard work. I know you're never having a sort of argument, or I just like chatting about these things. This is what I mean. There's been nobody to talk about with Age of Wonders all these years until I met Bing and everybody a couple of years ago. So. And it's quite a nice feeling to have a few friends dotted about the world as well. I asked you where you live, if it was nice or not. But then again, I can make my own mind up one day, I guess. My general conclusion to the run to my 40s is to try and see a few countries and stuff. As long as the world doesn't decide to go to any crazy, situation or anything like that. Because, anything's possible in the world we live in. Yeah. At least it seems to be since the invention of the internet. Elon Musk took Twitter. That's quite interesting.
It still can't decide whether it's good or bad.
Yeah, it's gonna go one way or the other, isn't it, Amygdala?
It's like
We
it
don't
was
know
so
which
bad.
way.
It's like I usually wouldn't think it's too good, but it was so bad before that like it can't even get worse. Like you have all these snowflakes at one side, and you don't get literal Nazis on the other side. Like pick a side.
Yeah, it's the problem with politics, the same. Like, no one's trying to, you need people that want to come together despite differences and work on something. Work on the problem, not your fucking differences. That's what I was trying to get across to these two idiots the last few days. It's not as easy to get through to Chosen as it is to Bing, though, that's the problem. But I digress, I'm not really wanting to complain too much. It was just a thought yesterday. Because I did get a good conversation with Cody, it was just, it's hard to get them to admit fault, I guess.
I am not on Twitter, by the way. Like I am not
No, I'm
on
not.
social side at all. Like I only have Facebook account to message my friends. That's it.
If I didn't need Discord for this, I wouldn't be using it either.
Yeah, I have Discord. Discord is for games. But Discord is not social site. It's like Eli said, Discord is a extension of telephone.
Yeah, very much so. It's interesting who funds it though. Like I say, it's got a few different countries.
You are
that
funding
hands
it by your
yeah.
nitro.
No, I mean the people in charge, I guess. There's quite a spread of I think one of the Chinese company has so much of a percent in the stock, and there's another company that has so much of a percentage. It's quite interesting, Discord.
People
far as
buying nitros are funding it.
Yeah, true. I mean, I only did it for the server. I didn't do it for anything else. I did it for our benefit.
What is the benefit?
It's extra emotes, which is I don't give a shit about, but it was the audio quality, for the calls and the live streams, you can have better quality. So I thought that would be worth it since we play live games.
Really?
Here, so, yeah.
Can do that. How much does it cost?
It's about £6 or £7 or something a month.
6
It's not. Yeah, it's one of those typical modern subscriptions, indeed.
That's discouraging. If it was like one-time purchase.
Yeah, and you know what the worst bit is? to get the next level, someone has to buy. Oh, sorry, no, it's $4.99. Right, I remember now, Amigdara. It's $4.99 for one level. You need 2 levels to get what we've got, so I have to pay £10 for that, right? If we want the next level of quality, we're going to have to buy another 5, so that's another 25 quid. I'm not
God.
kidding. That's how they're making the money. You're not wrong. But the thing is, if that was the case, then we'd need more active mods. And it would need a bigger server because it's no point in doing something like that for such a small server. But for the basic one, I thought, well, I don't mind making a contribution. You know what I mean? Because it benefits us all, so it's fine by me. Might come a day where I have to stop it, but you know, that's just fine.
Mm.
I don't mind. I don't expect anybody to put anything towards it, and I'm not the type of person that's going to get really bitter over it either. Should it, you know, for
Yeah,
whatever
I
reason.
know. I hate these Unchosen ones so much. Like,
I told him that. I did tell him.
he hits all the cards in this drama. Like, he actively does everything to sabotage himself.
It wasn't a
It's
good
difficult
thing
to
do.
defend him. Like that mod is like.
The worst part is
Bit
it's not like it's
overrated,
anything
like-
super special either.
I don't really care if I play with Ziggurat or like Evolved. Actually, like Evolved doesn't allow all these maps.
Yeah, and I mean some of them with Bing's, it's just because Bing hadn't got round to like fixing some of his older maps. He's just got a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
but there is the thing, like, why should Bing be like obliged to make his maps inclusive for other mods? It's like he can say that you want to play this map, you will play with my mod, and then like people will play with this mod because they want to play with this map. And chooses one's appropriate reaction if he wants to go into like a competition, is create
Yeah.
his own maps, so people won't need to play his mod in order to play his maps. So basically that's core capitalism.
Yeah, it's easy to see that, like, when I spoke to Angie, because I took meditation, so I really recognise it myself. It's easy to see that they've both got an ego problem from a different side of it. They both want to feel sort of. Bing doesn't want to give up his power. That's the way Bing is. He's got the power, so there's the ego. You know what I mean? He's a troll, so he's been spent all his time on his life in the internet trolling people, and those
By
people.
the way, this game is recorded.
Oh, okay. Well done.
No, I am just, you are aware of what you say will have possibly consequences.
Well, no, not really, because he knows me well enough to speak bluntly. So, but you know, in that respect, it's kind of like it wasn't a good move on either of their parts, but I didn't make the choice, so you know, and I'll stop talking about it now, at least in that respect, because if it's filled across the whole video, that's not very fun. But no, it's fine. Chat with you about it another time. But it's better for the community if they learn to get along a little bit, you know, and they learn to look past the bullshit. I suppose it's good for a community to do that. I'll probably fix my power distribution now. I'm gonna run and get another drink in a second. Hopefully the 4 minutes.
Also, Bing gives me cheaper elementals.
Alright. You always got the funniest things to say. I mean that in a positive way. You know? It's
I mean, I just say what is important in life.
whatever's important to you. That's what life's all about too, right? Okay, I'm just gonna try and run and get a cup of tea. So if I don't end my turn very quickly, that's why.
You are only limited by time of turn timer. Prince told me that he will return to the game after some break time. Wonder when he will return. I think a month later I will start like pulling him back slowly. Because I will let him go.
Only like a minute late to my turn. It's not too bad, I guess. I mean, Dara didn't come and destroy me at that time, so that's positive too. Walking spiders. Good plan. You want to tactical this spider?
No.
No. Was that a no?
No. Menu, like, click about it.
Okay, I just wanted to double check, I'm sorry. Strong spider.
No, it poison immune, so you can't spit on me.
I didn't think they'd spit, but I guess I should have thought about that part.
Only
It's
melee
fine.
damage, I am life stealing.
Yeah, that's one of the things that pisses me off about spiders in this mod. It really annoys me. Like, really annoys me. I know spiders can do that. It's just, you know.
Why spiders like can't swim?
Yeah, but these ones can.
It's a dreaded water spider.
That's what I was doing with Shiznit, so with the firehounds, the same thing. He was like trying to walk around with the penguins to catch me off guard, so I just sent loads of firehounds after him. I find it funny. Alright then. Actually, yes. No, not that. Yeah, I was really annoyed when I took over that indie because the I'd just got the hero the turn before and he got slaughtered. But you know that's the way Age of Wonders goes, you know. Oh, Chosen, stop sending me DMs. I don't have time. I won't play the game. What does he want this time? Does he want to complain about something else? Please not. Nah, I'm sure he's probably just rambling something at me. Yeah. By the way, we need that. Hello, kitty cat. What are you up to? You come to see if there's anything to eat. Sounds about right for you. You can't have it. It's leftover chicken and it's spicy, and cats can't eat spicy leftover chicken. Computer, Jesus. Oh look, there's Amygdala, she's come for a fight. We'll be fucking all souped up as well, because she's been near that. Yeah, I thought so. This is gonna suck. I didn't even get a chance to fucking produce a warlord. That's pretty depressing.
Are you running? Hey! I see this as an absolute win.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty fucked. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see that I'm pretty fucked. I didn't get a chance to get the indie city for ages, but it's not really like I'm not the type to complain, and in that way, I'm just sort of like, that's the reason.
Well, you had enough time to run when you see me approaching before.
I didn't see you.
You see my
literally-
ships, did you?
No, I didn't know they were there. I had no vision on that area,
Ah.
so
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why I didn't know
vision.
you were coming. Because my ships were down the bottom right side, weren't they? So, and I just took the city, and you know, it's fine. That's strategy for you, isn't it? I'll
You also like killed your swordsman. Poison.
that was deliberate. I was considering moving one more hex to make you walk towards me through the poison, but I hadn't decided yet.
Oh, I wouldn't walk towards you. I will just wait there until the poison cloud kills you slowly.
Then I'll find that
Then
even
move
funnier
in when it
then.
dissipates.
I would find that really funny as well. I'd just be like, you're just gonna sit there and poison yourself to death? And I'd be like, yep.
Obviously, I will.
You know, just, I like a good bit of fun. You know, it's all in friendliness, isn't it? Fucking stupid tournament or something. Don't get me
I
wrong,
can appreciate in-game adversity too.
Yeah, it's why like I ran away that time as well. It's just like I've never
Did
thought to do
actually
that
this
before.
panic did something to you? Because like your defenses are still 4. Were they like 6 before? I don't understand it.
Well, poison takes a minus off everything. And
But
then
like from your lancers, they are panicked now. But it doesn't appear anything has changed.
-2 resistance, -3 defense.
But is it like active?
Yeah.
It is.
Mhm.
So they have 6 resistance base.
I'd say so.
But it's quite a bulk unit for a rider. I know there is leadership, but still.
Hmm. I hope you don't mind. I need to go use the bathroom. Sorry. I forgot to go before. Won't be a second.
Huh? Did you push auto combat? What's happening? The guy just left one turn before his death. Should I just kill him? Nobody will watch this anyway.
You alright there?
Yeah, I mean, you just left and put your units into auto combat.
I did for one turn until I came back.
Why did you do that? You killed yourself.
I'm still alive on my screen.
No, because I am waiting for you to see that.
And mine game stalled then, because, yeah. Oh, you're waiting for me to see it, I understand now.
Yeah,
Sorry, my
I
bad.
didn't kill you because I, like, never put you... That's not how you resolve these things.
No, not at all, I knew I had no chance, so...
Yeah, true.
Like, you literally, like, were gonna stomp me with only about half of that probably, I would say.
You have Shadow too.
But you know, I'm pretty acceptant of fate sometimes.
Okay.
You know, it's like I enjoyed the game. I've got time for another one if it's small.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be up like super late. You know what I mean today? Because I've got to get up early tomorrow.
Me
I don't
neither.
know about you. It's good then.
Okay.
Give me a moment. I just
I'll
got
just
a fresh
post
drink.
this here and then I will write edit